Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. We are joined by MKG Parent Coach. It's Mary Guggesberg herself. She's here joining us live for another show. Excited to have you back. Please say hello.
Thanks so much, Jill. Great to be with you. Good to see you. And happy fall.
Happy fall. How is the parent coaching world going in the fall?
Oh, back to school time is so tricky for parents. And now
Tell
we're getting
me.
into conferences and so much happening in our kiddos' lives, and parents they're needing the support.
Well, we are excited to have you here as always, and remind us how we can contact you, and then we'll get in today's area of discussion.
Yeah, so mkgparentcoach.com. It stands for helping parents bring mindfulness, kindness, and gratitude into every parenting situation. And if I had to sum it up in one phrase, I'd say I help parents have deeper connections with all their loved ones. So you can find me on socials. So on Facebook and Insta at MKG Parent Coach. I just gave you my website, mkgparentcoach.com. And Jill, when we get to the end today, I have a special offer for everyone. So I want to drop my email now so that they can email to Mary, and my name is spelled unique, MERRI, at mkgparentcoach.com. Then I'll explain more.
Can't wait to hear it. And we're going to talk today about parenting pause.
Yeah, pause, right? So what is the importance of taking a parenting pause? What is pause, right? Right?
Yeah.
Everybody has
not this type of pause, like an animal has little paws, but PAUSE. Just to confirm.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it that way. I guess because I'm so close to it, but yes, pause. So what is a parenting pause? It's an acronym, being present, attentive, understand, support, and explore. So we're going to peel that all back. We're going to talk very briefly about it, and we'll go from there.
Perfect.
Thank you. I have a quick question. What do you think is the single most important thing a parent, a caregiver can do that really helps their kiddos, all of them, feel that they are succeeding or feel that they are at home in the world?
Engagement?
Yeah.
Wow, like I come home from school. What did you do today? Show me what you did. Tell me. Even though every day you get that, nothing boring, but I'm like, what did you do? Oh, look at your work. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Make them feel engaged and proud and like that I care. I really do care, but I'm over the top So what would you say?
Yeah. And beautiful answer. Thank you. And I love that you just talked about engagement.
And not engagement like this engagement.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to point everything out today. Pause, engage. Yep. Okay.
Yep. But I'll even just use, it's just showing up.
Yeah.
Showing up for your kiddos. And that's that importance of taking a parenting pause. So if you're ready, we'll dive into the 5 letters and then we'll talk more.
Go for it.
So P, the first letter is being present.
Okay.
And one little mantra I use is love the one you're with. So when my kiddos would put a device between us and whatever, I would say, no, love the one you're with. And I would use that in all settings. If I'm out with friends myself, we're going to keep devices away so that I can look you in the eye. I can feel the energy from you. I can read your body language so I know what your emotions are saying. So being present. So when we're present, it's way more than just physically there. That's important, of course.
Yeah.
But it's that opportunity to really peel back the layers, be open, be available, and then connect with what's happening inside you. My kiddo just came home and they're sobbing because they were bullied on the school bus. All right, I need to check myself first so then I can be attentive. I'm checking in with my own emotions, and now I can check in with their emotions. So important to really put your own oxygen mask on first. How am I showing up? Yes. Because if I am like, well, we're going to go do this and we're going to, no, I haven't validated my kiddo's emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So it is that taking that acknowledgement, listening with those feeling ears. We'll talk more about listening in a second, but it's that importance of stepping into, I sense you're feeling this. Is that correct?
Mm.
And the more we give our kiddos language,
Yeah.
the more opportunity for them to say, no, you got it all wrong. It didn't bother me when I didn't do well on the test, but what bothered me is that the kiddo across the aisle really rubbed it in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it is having that opportunity for them to really name, the saying, right? Name it to tame it. Name your emotions so that we can walk through and peel back the layers to where is this coming from? What support do you need? I love your face when I said the exploring the emotions.
Mm-hmm. But I like how you question and you talk so calm, and I have to remember to do that. I try.
That's why you take a parenting pause.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's exactly it. Exactly it. So I also think when we're talking about being attentive to emotions, is there's
Mm-hmm.
two more things that I like to explore with my clients is, are we walking in with sympathy or are we showing up with empathy? So sympathy is, I feel bad for you. It's that power over kind of lens, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I got this and you don't kind of
Yeah.
thing. Whether it's tangible or emotions, I can figure this out. Where emotions, when we show up with empathy, it means I feel with you. Oh, kiddo, my heart is hurting because your significant other just broke up with you. My
Mm-hmm.
heart is hurting because you didn't make the sports team. My heart is hurting because things just didn't play out the way you had hoped.
Yeah.
So it's that opportunity. When I talk about sympathy and empathy, there's two other things that I think are so important that we sometimes forget
Forget.
is
Yeah.
that sympathy pushes relationships. It makes us feel more alone.
Mm-hmm.
Where empathy helps us feel connected. So the more empathy we live in, the more we really have deeper connections. And the last thing I'll say on that emotion line is every feeling equals a need. And we forget that. Our kiddos have this, I picture the iceberg. Maybe you remember we talked about this, right? The behavior is showing this. This is whether they're jumping for joy because they got on the dance team.
Yeah.
What's the emotion underneath? Are they showing you what you want to see? Or are they really what is happening underneath it? And that's that iceberg. Are they having a meltdown up here, negative self-talk? What is the need underneath? I need to be seen. I need to be heard. I need to be just valued for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every feeling equals a need. So the importance of taking that parenting pause.
Yes. Feels good.
I know, breathe into it, right?
Present, attentive, understanding, support, explore.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. Go for
You
it.
got it though. That's exactly it. So we
I
did
had
the
to
pause.
read. I had to look down, but okay, I tried.
Well, and again, so we'll get to this because I will we'll explore together how you apply this in your life. So understand, and you probably remember we did a whole podcast on it, on listening to understand, not to respond, or we're so good at fixing, right? And it's staying curious. And that question I love asking, and I do this to myself. My kids are now young adults, and I'm asking myself, what am I listening for? Am I listening to see that they've made a mistake and I told you need mom? Or am I listening to celebrate with them? Am I listening to just be supportive? And that's that listening where we remove judgment, we remove comparison, we remove interrupting. I am so guilty of, I get so excited of doing whatever they're telling me. And I'm like, oh, what about, and I'm jumping in way too soon. And I haven't even let them process what's coming out before I'm interrupting. So I too take parenting pause very much, very, very much. I really want to help encourage parents to just, some questions maybe that would be helpful is, instead of asking what behavior do I want to stop?
Yeah.
Like when my kid is throwing a temper tantrum, what behavior do I want to stop versus what behavior do I want to see?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see that my kiddo is excited to go to school. I want to see that my kiddo is happy to do their homework. I want to see that when I say, hey, will you set the table? They actually will respond to me and say, hey, I will in 2 minutes. I want to finish this. But at least they've acknowledged that we have this together. So, and then those positive, we want to celebrate and really emphasize those positive behaviors. Hey, when I left the clothes on your bed the other day, I forgot to tell you, thanks for putting them away.
Yes.
And stop there. We don't have to say, majority of the time they end up on the floor and I'm not sure if they're clean or they're dirty. We can just go, hey, thanks for putting them away.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the trash out. Thanks for putting your dishes in the dishwasher. I didn't even ask.
Wow.
So it's celebrating the positives, not calling out all those things I need you to change.
All right.
And then again, that question, what am I listening for? When my kiddo comes home from school and they are telling that 20-minute story about, oh, I got a C in math class. It took 20 minutes to tell me that. What am I listening for?
Yeah.
And practicing that, saying things back, that reflective listening, saying back what your kiddo said, use their words, right? And it's the opportunity for a kiddo to say, no, 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 mom, that's not what I said. And then listen and just have those curiosity. Oh, when you said this, I felt this. Is that really what you meant? Have that curiosity. Sounds easy, doesn't it?
It does. You give me
If it
all these
only,
tips every week, and then I feel like I fail.
oh, honey, don't,
Sometimes, right? Sometimes.
Sure. A good thing to know you're human.
Yeah. Yep. True.
Because I'd be very concerned if every week we came and you're like, hey, you gave me this tip and it was glorious. It all worked.
Yeah.
But Jill, that's where, and thanks for being vulnerable and saying that.
Thank you.
Because you know what? I give ideas and some work with one family and won't work with another family. Oh, some work with one kiddo and not the other kiddo.
True.
It's the excitement that everybody's in their own. They are an individual and we get to celebrate that.
Yeah. Beautifully said. All right. What else is next on our sheet? But remind us how we reach you. We're about halfway through. We always have to remind.
Yeah. So we've done the P, present, attentive, understand. So we have 2 more letters I want to share. And some of this and Jill, it's what you just said. I try it and it doesn't always work. So that's where I love to call out coaching is a great support.
Yeah.
Super helpful because I don't know about you, but I didn't get a manual when I brought my babies home from the hospital. There is no instruction book, which is also a good thing because they are individuals. We can't have every kiddo have this formula and this is how they'll turn out. I love that we get to be individuals and we want to celebrate that. So that's where coaching is a great opportunity to have that support for you as a parent. So you can find me at mkgparentcoach.com. You can find both Facebook, Instagram, MKG Parent Coach. I also have a YouTube channel, so you're welcome to find me on there too, MKG Parent Coach. I just keep repeating my MKG Parent Coach. And jot my email, Mary, Merri, at MKG Parent Coach, because I do have a special thing I'm going to share at the very end. So, all right. Are you ready for the last 2 letters?
Yes, go for it.
Okay. Support. Research shows that all kiddos need 5 caring, active adults in their lives. Okay, so grab a piece of paper, and this is where you're going to jot who are those 5 active, caring adults in your kiddos' lives. Now, the little side note is this does not count you and your co-parent. Because you're a given. You're going to be active in their life no matter what.
Yeah.
So who are those? It could be coaches. It could be neighbors. It could be family members, aunts, uncles, grandparents. I'll tell you some of my kiddos. It was the faith community. We have numerous extra grandparents because of where we would hang out so much when my kiddos were little.
Aww.
Literally, we have extra grandparents for them. And yeah, so and then the assignment might be is if you don't have 5, that's the opportunity to invite. Who can I invite to be those voices active in my kiddos' lives. I think teachers have that teacher. Ask your kiddo, who's the go-to person when you're at school? Obviously they're little. Yours are little. Who's the go-to person when you're, at recess? Who's your go-to person at lunch? Beyond their friends, we also want to have those caring adults active in their life.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
For them. So the other part of the support is yourself. Who are your supportive village? Who's in your village? For me, I would say it's my spouse, we co-parent. Oh my gosh, my spouse, my sister, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have a ton of folks that are also really my cheerleaders in my business.
Yeah.
So the support I get through mentors, the support I get through those, I told you they're the extra grandparents for my kids. They're also like extra parents for my husband and I.
Got it.
Yeah. So I feel very supported. They're also when we talk about support is the importance of not being afraid to take care of yourself.
So true.
Being okay to say, hey, kiddo, after work tonight, I need to go for a run and then we'll play Legos. Hey, kiddo, we'll go to the park, but I need to just sit for 5 minutes by myself and then I'll play. Whatever you need, and not be afraid to tell your kiddo, I need to do this so I can best show up and be yours when we're together.
Mm-hmm.
So I know. And we don't do that. We don't give ourselves permission to do that.
Mm-hmm. It's so true.
My kiddo's in the room, so I have to be 100% on them, which we do. And it's okay to say, I need to do this so that I can be here for you. Okay, I spent too long on support because we still explore. So explore is the last letter. So we did P is presence, A is attentive, U understand, S support, and now E explore. And when I talk about explore, it's how do we find solutions together?
Yep, true.
So we already talked about the importance of just showing up, be there. And when we are connecting with our kiddo, we want to connect before respond. And what I mean by that is, say that you walk in the door and your hope was that all the toys would be picked up because you had told your kiddos earlier in the day, we have this, this, and this after work today, and we're going to be running. And you walk in the door and you're like, chaos is in front of you. So rather than exploding, or I'll use the word freaking out, I'm going to say, hey, kiddo, I need a minute. I'm going to do a do-over. And you're going to literally step back outside the door, maybe even sit in your car for a second, and then walk back in. And now let me connect with you, because I took the moment to connect with myself. Now I'm going to connect with you and say, hey, tell me about your day.
Yeah.
Did you forget that we have these things planned tonight? What changed? So then I'm just bringing it down a notch so that I could say, how can we explore together this solution?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think it would look like in your home if you took that opportunity to create solutions together?
I've tried. See, my biggest thing with my 8-year-old Austin, my little guy 6 gets it. He eats, he sits down and he takes his plate. He puts the remaining food in the garbage and puts the plate in the sink and the glass. He's got it like clockwork. The 8-year-old rarely ever does it. And so I'm always like, why didn't you do it? And I yell and I'm like, Austin, again, and like he did it yesterday for the first time on his own. I was like, oh, I'm so proud. Thank you so much. But now I got to remember today, I should not react that way. I should say, hey, can I be like, hey, I see something on that table. I'll be right back. Let me see. Maybe you forgot to do something. Try it that way and just walk out of the room. Can I do that?
That's a fun idea. That'd be a fun idea. I'd love to check in and hear how it goes. I would also just say, hey, kiddo, what do you need of me? What do you need of me to, we know that this is one of our family guidelines, routines, rules, whatever word you want to use. And what do you need of me to make that happen? And maybe he just needs, Mom, I just need a reminder. I get so excited about things and knowing what we have
I
coming
lost in my iPad.
Yeah, yeah. And it could be, that's the opportunity to explore together. That's a great example.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And it's okay for us to continue to model for our kiddos that, you know what, we don't have it all together and we are going to lose our cool.
Yeah.
We are going to have the wheels fall off the bus, whatever phrase you want to use. And that's that opportunity to practice an apology. Let your kiddo know that, oh man, Austin, I screwed up. I am so sorry. What can I do to make this better? And may I have your forgiveness?
Yeah.
We forget the importance of reminding our kids that we aren't perfect.
So true.
So many expectations are put on our kiddos that we forget that they feel like they have to be perfect too, or mom won't love me, or I won't get the right grade in school, I won't make the right team, I won't have the right friends. Where really we just want to model that I love you for you.
Beautiful.
Well, process, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so important. So where can you see the using a parenting pause?
Where? Every day of my life. No, really. I mean, yeah, with every interaction, whether
Yeah.
it's in the morning getting ready for school, after school, going to a sport, being at a sport, being out to dinner with their friends or with the play. You can use it all the time, I think.
Right, right. And what do you think you need to go, I need to pause and then do that check-in with yourself? What do you think would help you remember to practice a parenting pause?
Write it on my hand.
I
Or
actually have had clients
no,
that put it as the screensaver.
screensaver on my phone. I was just going to say that. I'm like,
Yes.
that works.
Yeah. And it will become second nature the more you do it, right? Repetition works. And if I haven't said this in every single podcast, practice grace. We parent from our heart, we parent from who we are, and we're doing the best we can. Practice grace.
Yeah.
You do everything you can, and everyone's an individual. Some days we're going to be on our game. All three of you will be on your game, and some days it's like, whoa, I don't know what happened, and it might move from moment to moment. It might be, hey, after school was great, but boy, the rest of the evening was hard. And it's reminding our kiddos how much we care, how much I'm trying. I have been talking to this parenting coach, and it's showing them that mom doesn't have it all figured out, and it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, sounds
So
good.
I told you I have an offer. I have an opportunity to take the pause. I have an online course. So my freebie, my opportunity is anyone who emails me. So again, Mary,
This is the surprise.
Yep, MERRI at mkgparentcoach.com. I will give you free access. Say that you heard us on this podcast, and I'll give you free access to the course. Happy to do it, because you know what? The whole goal in this is to help parents be deeper connected to their kiddos. That's my why of why I do what I do, is I really want parents and kiddos to just feel connected. Life is bumpy. Let's have the home be where everybody feels connected.
Beautiful.
I've so enjoyed being with you. Thank you.
Same here. Thank you so much. Remind us how we can reach you.
So mkgparentcoach.com, my website. Find me on Facebook and Instagram, MKG Parent Coach, YouTube, MKG Parent Coach. And then please don't forget, email me for free access to this online course. Mary, MERRI, at mkgparentcoach.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. We're looking forward to the next time we speak. As always, a pleasure. And thank you for being so in depth. Love the details. And I got to learn how to pause myself. We all can take advantage of that. And thank you for the offer.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.